Hello, good afternoon. My name is Jorel Yurik Kisumbing. I am here with you to discuss our three answers for the questions for unit number 6. Let's start off with the related news today. As you can see here, it's an object identification interaction with a smartphone, which is called a knocker. Well, talk about it. On the 2nd of October 2019, the Korean Institute of Science and Technology IST has reported that Korean scientists have developed new technology they dubbed knocker, which identifies objects and execute actions just by knocking on them with the smartphone. The software is powered by a machine learning of sounds, vibration, and other interactions will follow the user's direction. Actually, to narrate this, the what separates knocker from existing technology is that the sensor fusion of sound and motion. Previously, object identification used either computer vision technology with cameras or hardware such as RFID tags. These solutions all have their limitations. For example, of computer vision technology, users need to take pictures of every item. Even worse, the technology will not work well in poor lighting conditions. Using hardware leads to additional costs and labor burdens. Knocker, which they invented on the other hand, can identify objects even in dark environments only with a smartphone without requiring any specialized hardware or using a camera. Knocker utilizes the smartphone's built-in sensors such as microphone, an accelerometer, and a gyroscope to capture unique set of responses generated when the smartphone is knocked against an object. Machine learning is used to analyze these responses and classify identify objects. The research team under Professor Song-Ju Lee from the School of Computing confirmed the applicability of Knocker technology using 23 everyday objects such as books, laptop computers, water bottles, and bicycles. In noisy environments such as busy cafe on the other side of the road, it achieved 83% of identification accuracy. In a quiet indoor environment, the accuracy rose to 98%. The team believes Knocker will open a new paradigm of object interaction. For instance, by knocking on an empty water bottle, a smartphone can automatically order new water bottles from a merchant app. When integrated with IoT devices, knocking on the bed's headboard before going to sleep could turn off the lights and set an alarm. The team suggested and implemented 15 application cases in the paper presented during the 2019 ACM International Joint Conference on Pervasive and Ubiquitous Computing, held in London last month. Oh, that was about September, I would say. Okay, Professor Sung Julie said the new technology does not require any specialized sensor or hardware. It simply uses built-in sensors on smartphone, takes advantage of power of machine learning. It's a software solution that everyday smartphone users could immediately benefit from. He continued, this technology enables users to conveniently interact with their favorite objects. I mean, it's a very good idea, but I cannot really see at the meantime, for my personal use, I mean, what's the real benefit? I don't yet understand. Now let's go to answer the second question in our exercises, which will be the difference between virtual reality, augmented reality, and mixed reality. In a simple sense, virtual reality or VR immerses users in a fully artificial digital environment. Augmented reality or AR overlays virtual objects on the real-world environment, while mixed reality or MR not just overlays but anchors virtual objects to the real world. What is really a virtual reality? This technology immerses users in a completely virtual environment that is generated by a computer. The most advanced VR experiences even provide freedom of movement. Users can move in a digital environment and hear sounds. Moreover, special hand controllers can be used to enhance VR experiences. You need to wear a special VR headset to experience virtual reality. Most VR headsets are connected to a computer, like Oculus Rift, or a gaming console, like PlayStation VR. But there are standalone devices. Google Cupboard is among the most popular as well. Most standalone VR headsets work in combination with smartphones. You insert a smartphone, wear a headset, and immerse in virtual reality. Next one is augmented reality. Augmented reality, in reality, users see and interact with real world like digital content is added to it. If this sounds unclear, think of Pokemon Go. Millions of people all over the world have been rushing in with their smartphones in search for small virtual creatures. That's the most vivid example of augmented reality. If you own a modern smartphone, you can easily download an AR app and try this technology. There's a different way to experience augmented reality though, with special AR headsets such as Google Glass, where digital content is displayed on a tiny screen in front of the user's eye. Last one is mixed reality. This is the most recent development in reality technologies that sometimes causes confusion, primarily because of different experiences are called so. Without going too deep into science, let's look at two forms of the reality technologies that are referred to as mixed reality. First one, mixed reality that starts with the real world. Virtual objects are not just overlaid on the real world, but can interact with it. In this case, user remains in the real world environment while digital content is added to it. Moreover, the user can interact with virtual objects. This form of mixed reality can be considered an advanced form of AR. Second, mixed reality that starts with the virtual world. The digital environment is anchored and replaces the real world. In this case, user is fully immersed in the virtual environment while the real world is blocked out. Sounds like virtual reality, right? In fact, it does. But the digital objects overlap the real ones, whereas conventional VR, the virtual environment isn't connected to the real world around the users. To experience this form of mixed reality, you can wear Windows Mixed Reality headsets. Now, for the third question, what do I think about my answers in the MIT moral machine? For me, I think I'm answer more logical. For example, in the first one, most killed are older characters because I think in any case, they have far more fortunate to have lived their lives. So I think it's best to let the younger ones live. And yeah, they having saving more people, of course, matters to me because I choose always the lesser evil. You know. Second, it's not about passengers for me, but more about the situation. I do care upholding the law, so it matters to me if they're crossing on the green light or red light. Next one, I don't really care so much about intervention. I think it's circumstantial. Okay, like a gentleman, I'll choose to save females over males. As a human, I'll choose people instead of animals first. And of course, younger, like I said in the beginning, younger people will survive, better chance of surviving if I make a choice. Okay, in this part with fitness preference, I don't know really why I went to the part of being more in favor with fit people because I never really noticed me picking. However, now that's well that it is what it is. Now we have a social value preference. I think I'm more balanced because I don't really care whether they are in higher status or lower in the society. Uh, oh, so that's my answer for this third part. I thank you for listening.